Hello, this is Larry Straub, your instructor for Managing Through Communication, graduate level studies for Southern New Hampshire. And we're going to be discussing Module 6, Effective Message Delivery. And specifically, we'll be talking about the different types of messages that we can deliver and the different types of vehicles to deliver those messages with. Things I wanted to go through with you real quick, and I'm sharing my screen here. Wanted to show you the discussion board for this week. Social media as a communication vehicle. Looking at public relations and social media and how to utilize these and build trust through social media, both internally and externally. And these are incredible tools that we have to work with, just unimaginable even a decade ago. Even something like what I'm doing right now, I'm using Zoom to communicate with you. I'm recording it, I'm posting it. We can do live chats, we can do any number of things that we used to not be able to do. Now, with all of that comes tremendous benefits and even tremendous power if you think about it. But it also comes with a lot of responsibility. So I'm going to be sharing a couple of videos with you in addition to my weekly video post. One is a supplemental video. It's a 3 tips series video that I did recently on how to build your personal brand. I think we talked about earlier about how it's important for all of us to think of ourselves as a brand in terms of our communication, how we communicate our presence to the rest of the world and in our careers. And so this video will give you a few tips on how to build your personal brand. So if you have some time, it's not too long. I hope you'll take a look at it. And then the second video, and also that's something, both of these videos you can share with your networks if you feel like they're valuable. And then the next video that I'm going to have posted in the supplemental is a really powerful and incredibly important video that I hope you'll take the time to watch and even share with your network. Share on Facebook, LinkedIn. It's called How One Tweet Can Ruin a Life. And this is a TED Talk, and it's an actual instance in which a person just had a momentary lapse in judgment and it almost ruined her life and career. And in some ways it probably, her life and career will never fully recover from just a momentary lapse, just almost possibly being misunderstood. And it just shows you the incredible power and dangers of social media. So in terms of effective message delivery, I want to talk about a little bit again with social media and the power that we have at our disposal there, because it's just incredible tools, incredible opportunities there. But there's a few things that I want to highlight that you really need to keep in mind. And again, think about the organizations that you've seen that do phenomenally well in terms of managing their social and their public presence on social media. And there are many, many examples out there. But on the other side of that formula, you also, each of us can think about companies that have almost gone down in flames and literally crashed and burned because of their social media usage or misusage. And so it's not too hard to think about examples on each side of that and understand the importance of it. So here's a few things that I would give you of tips when you're thinking about how to use social media, both for your company and for your personal brand building. First, treat it with the respect that it deserves. Again, these are powerful tools for good, but they can also do incredibly high levels of damage if you're not careful. Second, and actually this probably should be first if you think about it, but research the effective use of social media and these type of tools. There's a lot of good research out there. There's a lot of good videos. There's a lot of good content that will show you how to most effectively use these tools. And I would encourage all of us to take the time to do that research and understand how best to use these tools. And third, practice and proofread your content. So if you're going to do videos, practice what you're going to be doing. And if you're going to be reading off a script or notes, such as I am right now, make sure that you're proofreading those and you're thinking about how they're going to be delivered, how they're going to be received by the folks on the other side of the message. And it also doesn't hurt if it's important enough. It also doesn't hurt to have somebody else or a couple other people proofread and look at what you're about to deliver to make sure that there isn't something in there that you might misconstrue how it might be received on the other end. Again, this video, how one tweet can ruin a life, this is a really good example. If that individual would have had somebody look at that short tweet that she sent out there that had so much damage on her life and career, I bet you anybody else would have looked at that and said, hey, are you sure you want to be saying that? That could be construed any number of ways. It could be construed very negatively. You're trying to be clever, you're trying to be humorous, but it may not be taken that way. And the final thing I would just say in all of this is we're somewhat of a unforgiving lot right now, and sometimes there are no second chances. And again, this video I'm sharing with you on how one tweet can ruin a life, this is a very, very good example of how brutal we can be as cultures, how brutal we can be in societies in terms of how these one tweets or these one messages or these short little messages can be misconstrued and used against us if we're not very, very careful. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the content for this week. It's very dynamic again. It's very practical and applicable. So I hope you enjoy it and hope you think in detail about the post. Once again, read everything, read the entire post, look at the rubrics, make sure what the rubric calls for, and make sure that you get everything that's required by the assignment. That is the only assignment for this week is the discussion board. So that'll be a little bit less pressure on your shoulders this week. So let's dig in and take some time and look at all the content and make sure that we understand it all. Okay, well, I think that will be it for this week. And I hope you all have an enjoyable week, and I hope you'll stay safe. And let me know if I can help you with anything. And we'll look forward to talking with you next week. Thank you.